Okay.
It was two. It was two separate suicides.
Yes.
The father of a Sandy Hook um, shooting victim was recently found dead from a parent suicide.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess he was like I said, a father of one of the victims, and I guess he was overran with grief,
Mm.
Yeah.
so he ended up taking his own life. And then also this week, what was the name of that other school, that high school?
Um,
Something Douglas,
I'm not sure about that one.
Sherman Douglas. No, no, that was a basketball player.
Yeah.
Fucking Sharon Douglas or some shit like that.
Okay.
Um, but one of the students from that school shooting committed suicide this week also.
Mm.
Like her friend, like one of her good friends was killed in the shooting,
Mm.
and they said that she had survivor's remorse,
Wow.
which is when you feel like you feel guilty because like somebody in your family or your friends was in a situation, they got killed and you survived.
Mm.
um
Parkland
Parkland, yeah, the Parkland shooting,
at
something.
Mallory Stoneman Douglas High School
There you go, there you
from
go,
last year.
there you go, yeah. So she had graduated and shit, and she was in college, she was a freshman in college, but
Oh, word.
she could not sit in a classroom. She could not focus and be
Oh yeah, that's tough, yo. That's tough.
yeah, most definitely, most definitely. So she had to drop out of school, and she just be in the house, and they
Mm.
knew she was dealing with it. They knew that she
Yeah.
had issues, but they just thought that she would, eventually, be
Yes.
able to deal with it.
Yeah.
So one day, this past week, she ended up taking her own life.
That's tough.
So the crazy thing is that's one from those were the two that you talked about, right?
Yeah.
So let's see. If I'm not mistaken, that's that. But apparently there was another suicide from somebody from that same shooting that survived.
Hmm.
So it was two people that
Mm-hmm.
from the school. So a total of three.
Mm.
Mm.
That's some crazy shit, yo.
Damn shame. You know what? And you know what? Probably triggered this shit. If you really think about it, is the New Zealand shooting.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, now
Mm.
all over the news, you see this shit that happened in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Just imagine like what all of these victims are going through, and all of these families is like they just reliving this shit like it was, you know what I mean? Like I guess like it happened just yesterday. So
Yeah.
all that grief just ends up, all that sadness just ends up overcoming them.
Yeah. I said mental health, man, is important, man. Go speak to somebody, man. Grief counseling, all that stuff, yo.
Yeah, man.
For real, for real.
Yeah,
It's
that
not,
sucks. All
it's not
right.
a, it's not a sucker move. It's not nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing like
Nah, man.
Nah,
how,
man.
you know what I'm saying? How can you go to your doctor regularly, for your regular health, and
But I don't even go to the
the
doctor
dentist
regularly, yo.
But you supposed to. We ain't
is
counting
supposed
you. You
to.
supposed to.
Why you looking at me when you saying this though?
Cause you talking. What the
You're supposed to go to your dentist like twice a year, right? Every 6 months, to get your teeth checked and all that. Why
Mm.
not go and get a therapist so you get your mental health checked?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Very important. Very important, yo. By the way, we so classic podcast in the same. My man
Oh
DJ.
man,
Got my man Prez, Lou Hall, and Recess. What's going on, y'all?
what's good, Joe? What's good?
What's good?
Chilling,
What's good?
chilling. I want to give a RIP, man, to this dude. Lived on the block that I grew up on, 203 in Murdoch. Rest in peace to TJ. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
He passed away last week. It's a good dude, man. He's a good dude. A good dude and shit, man. I never had any issues with him and shit, man. He was always cool to me. He's a little bit older than me. He's more like my uncle's ages. He's always cool with me. And yeah, he passed away last week and shit. So I'm saying that RIP to that dude.
Man, Listen, man, I don't. It's crazy because I'm seeing a lot of people, what I'm saying, pass away lately.
Mm.
Um, just everybody dying young. You know what I'm saying? So, um, I've said it before on previous episodes, man. Check on your loved ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't wait till the last minute to tell them, what I'm saying, how much they mean to you. You know what I'm saying? Because when it's too late, man, it's you can't get it back. So, man, it's that's heavy, man.
No doubt.
Hey,
Very heavy,
different
man.
time, man. Different time. I feel like kids growing up nowadays, they dealing with so much more than when we were growing up, you know?
Yeah.
It's like this internet is like a gift and a curse. It's like
Man, like I'm Ben said that shit, man.
Yeah,
I can't even
man.
imagine how it is for the kids, especially the ones that are really on the shit like that live and die on it. And imagine because we all had bullying shit growing up back in the days, whatever. You had to, but now it's just imagine like hundreds of people bullying your ass and shit now. At one time you post something and then people, I don't know, I can't even imagine how it is. Or just say like the kids in your school, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe you post something and then the kids in your school start fucking with you online or something. That must be crazy, yo. Now you're the butt of the joke and they can just do so much more. They can print the shit out. They can just do a whole bunch of crazy shit, yo.
Right.
and you would never know. These kids, they have these computers in their pockets
Yeah.
with no filter.
Oh yeah.
There's no filter, so they could search anything they want. They could look up anything you could think of, and a lot of times their minds aren't mature enough to handle what they find. They can't process some of the shit that's coming through their phones and shit. You know what I mean? And a lot of it might not, be how you put that parental advisory sticker on movies and on CDs or whatever.
Yeah.
What the fuck is the point when you're giving them a fucking computer and they can look up anything you can think of? You know what I'm saying? There's no parental advisory sticker on the phone. So it's like they might as well just get rid of that whole R rating for the movies and
Right.
parental advisory stickers for music.
It's not like you call it for regulation of the internet and shit, man.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would say as a company, what I'm saying, you can't get rid of parental advisory stickers and stuff like that, because I mean like a Target, you know what I'm saying, because like a Target will sell these movies and they'll sell the CDs with the parental advisory and the R ratings, right? So
it's irrelevant though, bro. It's a moot point. It's like it makes no sense anymore, because that same sticker that's on that CD at Target, the kid could fucking pull up that same fucking CD on their phone in like 2 seconds, bro, and stream the shit. Hey,
yeah, you're right. But see, the thing is, with these companies, it's taking the liability away from them. Like, the internet isn't regulated. You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, well, I don't have anything to do with the internet. But as for me and my house, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sell this to a minor. I'm gonna regulate that. And if the kid wants to go on the internet, that's between the kid and the parents. You know what I'm saying?
CYA, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
CYA,
because
guarantee.
Because that's if you think about it, that's what happened to Walmart back in the day, because Walmart used to sell the CDs with the parental advisory stickers, and they didn't have it on there. You know what I'm saying? Say like the topic at that time was Insane Clown Posse. So there was no parental advisory sticker on Insane Clown Posse. They were being sold in Walmart. They were being sold at Disney stores. And there was nothing on there. So the kids was going in, they was buying it, and the parents is like, well, how can you sell this music to our kids and this and that, and keep them from getting this? So then that's when they came up with putting the parental advisory stickers on there. And Walmart said, you know what? We're not going to sell this type of music. We're only going to sell the edited versions, and that's how all that came about.
Yeah, but like you don't even like if you think about it on the radio, son, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you hear all kind of slackness and all kind of fuckery on the radio talking about shooting you and doing all kinds of run up on you, blasting and
That goes against what you saying though. But the point you was making about same thing with the people on the kids don't listen to the radio. They just pull up on the YouTube or the fucking
No. What I'm saying is it doesn't matter. Like having that sticker doesn't matter because those same songs are being played on the radio too. They you can the child can pull it up on their phone, but then let's say the child don't even have a phone. Let's say it's somebody that's like 7 years old, 8 years old. They're hearing this shit on the radio. You know what I mean? It's like there's no filter anymore, man. It's like it's just pure in your face. You want to have to deal with it whether you're ready or not type of content that the kids are exposed to now.
Well, to go with what you're saying, is FCC has certain regulations. I've noticed this. Let's take for instance Future. Future had the song what's that? Percocet, Molly Percocet, right? Yeah. So when the song first came out, they was playing it at all times of the day, it didn't matter. So once I guess people got a wind of it, they was like, you know what? We're not gonna play this during the day unless it's edited. You know what I'm saying? Because all the kids was like gravitating towards popping Molly's and Percocets. So they made an edited version where he doesn't say Molly Percocet. He says something else. And that's kind of like
but the kids know what it is.
Yeah, they know what it is. Mm-hmm. But that goes back to that CYA, because at the end of the day, that's between the parents and the kids. So even though they know what it is, we're not going to play this during this time. So they don't play that song, the Molly Percocet part, until 8 o'clock when the kids should be in bed or not listen to the radio. You get what I'm saying? So it's the CYA.
Yeah, that's all it basically boils down to. I just listen. Bottom line is, you got kids, man, and they got phones, man. Talk to your kids. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to like sugarcoat shit, man. Sugarcoating what's going on today is a thing of the past, yo. You're doing your kids a disservice if you try to sugarcoat the real world. You know what I mean? Talk to them because they're already going to find out. You might as well talk to them and keep it real with them and let them hear it coming from you. Hopefully, you got enough sense to really help them dissect and break down some of the shit that's going on in the world today. But just
you already
letting them just learn and figure this shit out on their own, or letting them listen to some knucklehead like 6ix9ine or Kodak Black and get their knowledge off of them songs. They're gonna be.
But if you really think about it though, is there a major difference between what they got going on and what we had going on? Like, is there a major difference? Like they got you just said they got Kodak Black and all of them, but we had like NWA and people like that. Is it a 2 Live Crew and stuff like that? Is it a major difference? Because nobody was really. I mean, at least in my house, somebody was really except for Lou Hole and shit. He was always regulated and shit, but nobody was really like regulating what I watched. I watched HBO. I watched, they had all the shit, the wild shit on there, and
I think
Hookers on the Point and fucking all the crazy shit. Yeah. Def Comedy Jam.
No, for sure. Comedy is a whole different thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Comedy is comedy. As a comedian, you have, in my opinion, the right to say anything you want because it's.
But comedy, I'm saying I was 6 years old listening to Eddie Murphy, Raw, listening to Richard Pryor at like 6-7 years old. So like, is it a major?
I didn't hear that shit at that age.
Whatever adult was supposed to be watching you,
it wasn't a shit.
That was their fault.
But I'm pretty sure I wasn't the only. It was a lot of us and shit.
Yeah, of course.
I had to sneak and listen to Andrew Dice Clay.
He was out of control too. He was out of control too. Yeah.
Answer your question. I think it's a lot more reckless today. I think the NWAs, the NWAs the Two Live Crews, Ice Cubes, who else? All of these dudes that were talking about, you know, AKs and running up on you with the knives, whatever. I think back then it was
I
more
don't
of
think it was
a,
more. I don't think it's more
I
reckless
think
now.
listen, hear me out, hear me out. I think back then it was more of a reaction and a response to what was going on in the streets. Now, mind you, of course, they were doing illegal shit. We all know that they was hustling or whatever the case may be.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of it, it can't. I think hip hop was coming of age at the time where they were trying to find their voice and stand up against the system. You know what I mean? It was like, yo, this is some fucked up shit that's going on in these streets or whatever. These conditions are like, it's keeping us down or whatever the case may be. There was some consciousness mixed in also. I think now niggas is just doing and saying just some wild, dumb shit.
Like what?
I tell
Like
I,
Shock value.
like
exactly.
give me an example, because I always defend the classic stuff, but have you listen to Ready to Die? Like Big keeps talking some wild, crazy
But
shit.
He
On
but
Ready to Die.
I will give you a perfect example. So back then, I feel like the artists were a little bit more responsible with it, which means they were telling you, uh, I went out here and I sold drugs.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They painted that picture so you don't necessarily have to want to go out there. They gave you what they did, and they gave you the raw and grittiness.
I
But
don't think
see,
that's true. I don't think that's true.
okay,
Yeah.
well, I'll say this. They
It's
gave
not
you,
heard. Don't do what I do. He say that shit. Don't do what I.
well,
And now we don't. That was the apprentice. He said, "Wholesale drugs. You don't have to do it." Nobody was saying that before.
I'll say this. They said I sold the drugs. That I sold the drugs that got people high, right?
Right.
These niggas out here are saying I bought the drugs from them to get me high. You should get high with me too because this shit is trippy. So come on in with me so we can get high together.
That's what they're saying. Because I don't listen to music nowadays.
That's basically what they're saying.
Going on now.
That's the shit. Yes, these niggas are taking the shit and they drink this lean with me, pop this Molly with me, pop this Percocet with me. We all gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody back then said, "Let me sell the drugs so I can get this money." You know what I'm saying? Right. Everybody now was saying, let me go steal and rob and get this money so I can get high all day.
Why? I think you got to look at why. I think that goes back to what we were just saying. It's like these kids are growing up with these stories and these events that are taking place that no one is really sitting down and breaking shit down for them. So they're like their sensory overload. You know what I mean? They get all this shit from all over. And now they doing drugs to try to like numb the pain.
See,
they trying to like find ways to prevent the fucking onslaught of shit that they have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm just I don't know. I'm just saying, what I think.
Everybody back then wanted to run the Carter. Everybody wanted to make money from the Carter.
Right.
Everybody now is like, let's go chill at the Carter. Let's go. Let's go run to the Carter. Let's go sit at the bottom where the bass heads are, and let's go get high. Exactly. Everybody back then wanted to be the Nino Browns, and now everybody wants to be the Pookies.
Oh man, that's unfortunate, yo.
It's the truth, man.
We need to get the opinion of our resident philosopher, who's been
resident drug addict,
who's been unusually quiet.
He can sit here the longest without nobody fucking saying nothing.
It has to be a record.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Look, Mr. Best of Both Worlds, please let us know.
It has to be a record, son. It had to be like 10 minutes where the dude just, was like on some timeout shit. So please, my Mellow, my man, get on the mic and let me see what you can do with it.
Break this world record.
It's been 100 years since 1920
He speaks.
and 2020. Do you know what they've done in these past 100 years? It has become the fifth element of hip hop. When hip hop came about, it grabs the culture. They started with that little box where you could hear radio. Families would gather around that little box and hear people give stories. Later on in after that, the TV came out, a box where you could see movies, Hollywood. By the 60s and 70s, it was the media and entertainment world. Everybody you had the guys wanted to be like James Cagney or John Wayne, and the women wanted to be like Elizabeth Taylor and Marilyn Monroe. It's all influenced by what people think of you, and that's what happened with this generation. I tell you what, Prez, on some realness, it all started with the video games with the kids, man. You say it talks about parenting, but I see more kids with iPads. They're in virtual worlds. Started with the radio, TV, movies, video games, internet. Yes, everything should be regulated. Everything should have a parental advisory warning. But unfortunately, the same way we used to listen to Delirious or watch Def Comedy Jam or watch Brother on the Run on Video Music Box is no different the way these kids sneak and do their thing, right? I think the shock value, of course, all that, the social media is what the era that the kids and everybody's locked in. They got the parents and they got the kids, and it's a wrap. So what it basically, Prez, what it boils down to is the systemic capture of your mind. Period. They got everybody's mind. Sociable skills are not even a preference. It's not even. It's out the window.
It's non-existent.
You're learning,
non-existent,
and they're trying. And it so happens they did it with the virtual world. Like I said, it started with the video games, of course, but what it turned into is, using. They did it in only 100 years. They controlled everybody's mind. They controlled everybody's mind. So you understand, though, right, that it was crazy for this country in the 50s, 60s, and 70s because new ideas was coming to challenge the way media has taken over your mind. So that's why when we had uprisings, we had coups in countries, and in this country in the 60s, we had the civil rights going on. It was crazy. They killed one of the greatest leaders of all time because he almost got poor people together. That was the main thing. You can't do that because poor people are the only ones that can't afford the shit that they're trying to control you with. We was in the streets playing. We knew our friends. We knew that's why cultures look at hip hop, because we are that window to the projects. It's like a trailer park can't even compare. You don't know how it is to walk and stories living somewhere for 25 years of different layers of people as you walk through. From the first gate to the door, to the elevator, to the 5th floor, the walk to your apartment. We all connected. So all this shit on social media, now let's get to the bullying part. Let me get to the bullying part. That shit is not real. Because everybody that hates me, boy, their energy is different when they see me in person. Why you get so much love in person? Why you don't hear people getting jumped in person? Why you don't hear people having altercations in person? Unless it's who? Paparazzi. Who holds the what? The camera, my nigga. Why? Oh. It's fake. It's fake.
Cap. It's cap.
It's cap.
You know what? Says I just have to say, when you mention about those social skills, I just had a conversation with a VP of the company I work for. Had a meeting, and he talked about how the kids of today do not have the social skills that they need in order to succeed in this day and time. And that's because everybody, when you go to a restaurant, you see the whole family with the phone. They have their phones out. Everybody in the family is looking at their phones instead of sitting to the table, having a good dinner, phones are away, and having a good conversation like they did back in the day. You remember when we were younger, we didn't have cell phones. Or if, because cell phones were expensive as hell. Nobody had the fucking big ass white phone except for Zach Morris. You know what I'm saying? That was the only person that had those type phones, right? So when we come to the dinner table, you know what I'm saying? Everybody would sit down, they would eat, have a conversation. Hey, how was your day today? What went on in school? Blase, blase. You know what I'm saying? They had that real social connection. They talked to each other.
Some people did. Everybody.
Well, some people. Well, yeah.
Everybody didn't have.
Not my family.
My family either.
We just sit at the table to eat
and talk about how your day was. I don't give a fuck about how my day was and shit.
Well, I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. You see the picture I'm trying to paint. You know what I'm saying?
There was more conversation. There definitely was more conversation in the household, I think, when we were growing up. It might not have been like literally around the dinner table, but it was just sitting around in the living room. TV might have been on, or the radio might have been on, but conversations were still being had.
Exactly.
Conversations. Nowadays, it's like everybody's in their room, they're on their phone, they're on their tablet, they're in their own world doing their own thing and whatnot.
Fuck you, mom. Fuck you, dad. And that's okay. And it's okay. Honestly, it's sure you curse me out, no problem. It's okay. They're going through a phase. They're okay.
Yeah, but different cultures, man. That's that's a whole other.
Why have that voice on that shit? Fuck you, mom. Fuck you, dad. Who's that?
I don't know, man. You tell me.
But I think in order for the shit to correct itself, you know what I mean? To get to a point where everyone is not tied in or keyed into their phone and to the technology that's out now. The only way that could happen is if we, for somehow, some way, just lost electricity.
I was gonna say, it's not gonna happen.
Just somehow some sunburst or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Just wiped out all kind of electrical power or such. They had a TV show that was like that a couple years ago where the Earth, I think it was like some kind of electrical storm or some shit, and wiped out all fucking electrical power.
That's the only way.
That's the only way, yo.
Something like that.
In the movie The Fifth Wave, that was the first wave. They knocked out the electricity.
But something like that is coming. You know why?
What's that?
Because right now Skynet is getting together and they're coming up with a plan to build the robots that will take over the whole entire world.
I told you that. How many months ago I told you that? I think I sent you out a link. I was like, that AI, son, that artificial intelligence, bro.
Hey,
what they be doing with this shit, man? Why are they making these fucking talking and gorillas and robots doing shit? What's going on, man?
Hey,
coming.
James Cameron predicted this back in 82, 83. Yeah. James Cameron made this movie, you know what I'm saying, called The Terminator. Terminator 2, Terminator 3, all these movies, Terminator Salvation.
Y'all talk about the kids and shit. Look at y'all talking about some goddamn Terminator shit, man. You don't got to talk about these kids and shit, man.
But
That's
think
facts,
about
man.
it.
That's facts, man. That's big facts.
Nobody in
Coming, son. It's coming.
the only thing nobody knew about them is two things people knew about the computers in '80s. In the '80s, that was mannequin.
Hey,
No, I said computers. That was mannequin and fucking short circuit.
Nah, not mannequin. To my fucking weird science you talk about?
No, I was talking about mannequin, but weird science too. Yeah.
no, but wait, nah, but Knight Rider came out before that.
Oh, the talking car.
Yeah. Remember, that's what they first that's what they set everybody up in the industrial age. You know, this is like, you know, before 1920, the turn of the century. You know what I'm saying? They made everybody get around.
I got one better. I got one
Yeah.
better. A $6 million man. Remember that? $6 million man. He was bionic, but then I know in one of the episodes he was fighting a robot. One of his episodes, he was getting it in with a robot. You know?
He's getting in with the robot. He's fighting the robot.
You know what I mean, man. He was
Oh,
fighting.
come on, man. Oh,
They-
come on,
they throwing
man.
blows, man. Throwing blows.
Oh, man. That's a,
What I mean, man.
is that a category on Pornhub? Robot sex. What the fuck?
I'll tell you something else.
Hot MILF robot gets concrete pie.
Go ahead, Luho. You gotta just talk, man. You gotta,
Yeah, my bad.
come on. You gotta keep talking.
So something else that set up a precursor for the future. See, in the '70s, there was a TV show, or no, there was a movie that was made about this guy. He was supposed to be the savior of America. It was called Captain America, right? So when this movie came out, the movie was killed immediately. So Captain America died in the '70s. So that's a precursor setting up to what's going to take place next month. And this film y'all may know about called Avengers Endgame. And apparently Captain America is going to get killed off. What do you think about that for telling the future?
What the fuck's just happening?
I don't know. All I know, Star Wars, Harrison Ford started that shit.
You just try to spoil fucking Avengers just now and shit?
I mean, that's what they say on the. That's
fuck
what they say.
But we know that he's not going to renew the contract. So it's not really news. It's not really a spoiler. We know like a bunch of them dudes is not coming back.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether or not he gets killed off, that remains to be seen.
Yeah, that's just.
Him and Bucky need to go.
I don't know. Bucky could get his own little franchise.
Well, I mean, they still got time. Ain't like they can't renew the shit.
They can.
I mean, apparently, there's this new woman in the film that sets it off in the movie. By the name of Carol Danvers, aka Captain America. I mean, excuse me, Captain Marvel.
You messed that up.
Yeah,
it's so crazy because I saw the reflection off your glasses. So how you missed that with the reflection right off the glass? Like, I could have read that for you.
Let's talk about it, y'all. Y'all seen the movie yet?
Yeah, for sure. Captain Marvel was official, man. She did her thing. She was a very how could I put it? I think it was a good pick for that role. She played the role well. She had a good balance of action hero and comedian / slapstick. You know what I mean? You know how the Marvel comics do, the Marvel movies do. They make them like, relatable, down to earth, kind of like funny and shit. So she had her moments in the movie. I think it's going to be, first of many movies for her. You can tell that she was just like the tip of the iceberg of her power was seen in the movie.
Right.
And at the end, where she flew out to fucking space and she confronted all the spaceships and shit, confronted the aliens, is when she was really, really feeling herself. But I think we still haven't seen her full potential yet, and I'm sure we'll see it in Endgame. I'm sure she's gonna she's gonna get busy on that nigga.
Honest.
She
what 25 years she was gone or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Was it 25? I know she left
from 94.
That's right. She was gone, right? And then she got the message. She got the message from Fury.
Yeah. So imagine what she's been doing since then for the last 25 years and shit. She done honed that shit to the
hitting up the different planets and different solar systems, fucking
everybody up.
She came back, son. She came back. In the credits, she was like, "Yo, where's Fury?
Where's Nick Fury?"
When they tell the nigga dad, oh God, this is gonna be a problem. This is gonna be a
huge problem.
They gonna be like, "Yo, that nigga dead," and Thanos killed him. Like, what? Where this at? Point him out.
Point him out.
Yeah, but Captain Marvel was dope though, man. Like Prez said, it was a dope movie. Definitely a dope movie and shit, man. They did a really good job. But I never really knew the whole history of Captain Marvel until after the movie come out. Then I started looking it up and everything. So started out it was a white dude, and then it was a black woman in the early 80s,
right?
Which actually that the daughter in the movie, she was the original. She was the first female Captain Marvel.
I didn't know that.
It was her. Yeah, the daughter. Yeah, I can't think of her name, but the little black girl. She was Captain Marvel, and then the one that they have now.
My bad. Shout out Stan Lee, son. I just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was dope in the beginning, man. They had a little Stan Lee intro and shit. Everybody was clapping and shit. Yeah, that was dope.
So the daughter was the black female Captain Marvel.
Yeah, she was Captain Marvel for like years. She was Captain Marvel for years, and then they switched to and then they made her like a totally different character. And then now they have the comics. I think like the one they made a movie of. She only been Captain Marvel since like 2012 or something like that. Only been Captain Marvel. But yeah, like I said, the original guy was like in the 60s or whenever they created it. Then it was the black woman in like 82.
Okay.
And I think it might have been somebody in between her and Carol Danvers. Might have been somebody in between, but like the one we have now was from 2012. That's what they made the movie of. So yeah, I'm saying it's cool. And I also saw some hinting about some kind of relationship, like something like Captain Marvel, like she might be like the first like gay character, quite possibly.
Oh.
Yeah, and that's funny that you said that, because I was trying to figure out the relationship between
her and
exactly, because it seemed it's because the way that she felt, when she finally came back and she was just saying, how much she loved her. It was like, wait a minute, the way this is adding up.
Yeah.
Seems like it might be, a lesbian relationship. I was like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? That
I'm sure they could have.
He reaching, Sess? He reaching?
No. The thing is the way he said it, though.
He
said it seems they might be him in a lesbian relationship.
Her and that woman, I think it's her and like another superhero, another black female superhero. I think there's like I don't follow comics, but I saw a picture of Carol Danvers and another black woman like holding hands or something.
Yeah, I think the world is ready for a representative of the LGBT community, on the big screen.
Man, y'all want an Endgame spoiler, yo? You want an Endgame spoiler?
Man, shut the fuck up, man. How about that? You want to shut the fuck up and shit? How about that and shit?
Yo, Prez, should I give him the Endgame spoiler, yo?
Give it to him, son. Give it to him.
All right, everybody knows, okay? Everybody knows in the inside world already knows who kills Thanos, okay? And for everybody that don't know, I was specifically already known. I was known to me that Thanos' daughter, the one that he has suspended,
Nebula.
And Nebula is ultimately who kills Thanos, and that is how it happens in the comics. And the reason why Nebula killed her father was because of her love for Captain Marvel. When Marvel came back and saw that that's how that Thanos had his daughter and laid it out like that, you know what I'm saying? That's her lover. Yo, both of them, you know, she freed Nebula, and Nebula went on to kill Thanos.
Interesting.
Yo,
Yeah.
Diaz looking like, what the fuck, man?
Shit, man.
Yo, when it happens, it's like, oh shit, Nebula's the fuck. Yeah, that's how it happened in the comics. Like, y'all didn't know?
Okay, don't do drugs and shit, man.
Yo, my God. Yo, if that shit happens. Yo, Prez, am I reaching?
A little bit.
Reaching around.
A little bit.
Y'all checked out today. I was off today. I caught two things. Well, one, I finally finished watching this Paramount Network had this Richard Pryor documentary. I Am Richard Pryor.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Y'all get a chance. That shit was dope. That shit was really dope. Check that shit out. And I started watching that Unsolved thing that was on USA, that Tupac and Biggie thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's on Netflix now. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Is that the one Bokeem Woodbine?
Yeah.
Hold on.
No.
Happy for a minute. Say it again. What's that?
Bokeem Woodbine?
Yeah, Bokeem Woodbine is in it. Yeah. Bokeem Woodbine is in it. The dude that's playing Tupac, he's the same dude that played Tupac in Straight Outta Compton. The same dude. Yeah. He's okay. He's okay. I think the other guy, with Demetrius Shipp, Demetrius Shipp maybe looks a little more like him a little bit, but this guy has all the Tupac mannerisms. He got all his mannerisms down and shit, man. And
your boy Anthony Mack was at a Dave Chappelle Truth Joint.
Yeah, no doubt. So they was they like went down this rabbit hole that I never really noticed. They started talking about like the whole like Haitian Jack connection with Tupac and Biggie, the Haitian Jack connection and Jimmy Henchman connection. And then I typed in Biggie Haitian Jack, and then I just saw all these pictures that I never seen before and shit. I was like, oh, I didn't even know what it was like. They showed like pictures with Tupac and Haitian Jack like all over the place. I've never seen these pictures before until I typed it in, and I seen Tupac with Haitian Jack. I think I saw a picture with Biggie and Haitian Jack too. I think I seen. It was just interesting. Like I was like, I've never all these years I've never seen these pictures before, yo. You see Tupac in a car with Haitian Jack. Tupac was at a club with him. Just man, I was like, damn. I've never seen this shit before. Obviously, this is all before Quiet, obviously. But like, if you go by the show, like it was Tupac was hanging out with them, and then right after Quiet, I think he see, according to this show, I know the show was a dramatization, but according to this show, when Tupac got shot at Quiet, see, that's how I know the show was kind of, that part was a little iffy with the Quiet thing. From what I remember, then he gets shot in Quiet in the lobby, and he like stayed down there until the police came.
No, they went into the elevator.
He went in the elevator
and went up.
Okay, well, according to that show, he went up there by himself, and he got up to the floor with Biggie and was on, and Haitian Jack was not Haitian Jack. Jimmy Henchman was in the same room with Biggie and Puff and all of them. According to this show, he was in the room with them. So I don't know how accurate that was and shit, but no, I just find it interesting. And shit. But it's pretty good. I'm up to like episode like 6. I think it's like 7 parts or whatever. 10 parts.
Earlier this month, 22 years since Big passed. I can't believe it's been 22 years. So.
Mm-hmm.
He would have been 45, right? I think. Well, no, 40. He would have been 47.
He would have been 47?
He would have been 47, yeah. So I think he was 1 year younger than Jay. And
okay.
Jay 48. Jay's going to be 49.
I don't know. I thought Biggie passed away when he was 24. 22 years.
20, either 24 or 25. I think it was 25, right?
His birthday is in May. So in 1997, he was still 24.
He was 24. Okay.
2 months
he
shy
would've
of his
been-
birthday. He would have been 46.
Okay.
But on his birthday, yes, he would have been 47 in
Yeah.
May.
Right, because Jay was gonna be 49. Yeah, so he about 18 months, I guess. I don't know. Like, yeah, man, it would have been a different time, yo. I really feel it would have been a different time now, yo. But everything happens for a reason, though, man.
That's true.
For a reason. But yo, says that's a nice color red that you got on, yo. I like that red sweater. You know, it was another popular red this past weekend.
You and Lou all with your segues and shit, yeah. So I see you breathing. You know who else is breathing?
Rosie O'Donnell.
Yo, without going into too many spoilers, because a certain somebody hasn't seen the movie yet.
Oh, fuck
Yo, maybe you could go take a bathroom break, man. Go powder your nose. Your nose is a little shiny, man. You go powder your nose real quick.
Just wait a week. Wait a week. Oh, the shit now, nigga. We just saw the fucking
Promise you.
Oh man, that shit was crazy.
What are you talking about, man?
Oh man, another classic movie by your man Jordan Peele. Right out the gate, this dude's already like blowing, you know, people's perceptions out the water. Motherfuckers thought it might have been a flash in the pan, but he proved them wrong. Talking about the movie Us.
Okay.
Written, directed, and produced.
Yes.
By the one Jordan Peele.
Okay.
I definitely love this version of Jordan Peele as opposed to the Key and Peele version and shit.
I can't. It's hard for me to separate the two. Yo, I just hate that.
I never sat through a whole episode.
Me neither.
Of that
Me
shit.
neither. But a little bit I've seen and just like turn my stomach and shit. Yo, like what the fuck is this, yo?
It was not funny.
What was the show?
Or the
Key and Peele.
Yeah, I didn't laugh.
That shit was like so fucking.
And I can't stand the other guy. I can't stand the other guy and shit.
Forget it, man. Forget it. So
he is so fucking corny. He's on this show that me and my wife watching. He is so fucking corny. He's corny on that. He's corny. He's a corny ass dude and shit. Yo.
It was decent in what's that? The newest Predator movie.
Yeah.
I give him credit for that.
Yeah,
he was good in that.
Yo, my great friend Dave Chappelle, who I partied with in New Orleans a couple of years ago, we was jumping in the mosh pit.
Call him up, yeah.
I should call him up.
Call him up.
They can't even tweet him and shit. Somebody gonna call him and shit.
They asked him, "Yo, why you going to the Grammys or something? We're boycotting the Grammys." And he was like, "Yo, I didn't see y'all stop, watching comedies when I left. You know what I mean? I had to go and retire. You know what I mean? And had to sit back and watch Key and Peele do my show every night."
Word up.
Yo,
it was crazy. But the movie was dope. It broke records. I think he made like 70 million the first weekend.
Yeah, the first week.
But I think he only cost
20
to make, right? It cost 20 to make. First weekend, he already bust that shit about 4 times damn near. The first movie, Get Out, cost $4 million to make. He made over $225 million off of that shit.
Is that the money machine spinning?
That you heard it, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. You're talking about Buddy and the Buddy machine spinning.
Heard that shit. So without any spoilers or whatever, it's never judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna say never judge a book by its cover.
Humility is a hell of a thing. Humility is
okay, I give you that. You that.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Watch your goddamn kids, yo. Like What the hell, man? What the fuck is wrong with y'all people?
Watch your kids, yeah.
Watch your goddamn
Watch
kids, man.
kids.
Oh
Watch
Lord have
your
mercy,
fucking kids, yo.
man. God damn, bro. But yeah, maybe we can touch on it next week. Hopefully by that time, a certain somebody will make his way to the movies. Go on a Tuesday, goddamn. It's only
Yes, yes.
$5 on a Tuesday.
I was trying to go see it tomorrow, but it's not gonna happen. But
Ah,
I'll see it on probably Friday or Saturday, one of them.
oh man. All right. So we will put our discussion off for a week. That's all good. Definitely a dope movie, dope flick. What else is going on, man? New music, yo, new music alert, new music alert.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this past weekend in the chat, the fellas was going back and forth, bouncing a couple of new artists on each other and shit. I want to shout out Chris Classic, yo, Chris Classic, dope MC out of New York, living in Atlanta right now. Spitting that adult contemporary hip hop. Got that soulful, mature music for those that should want to hear it. The content is crazy, man. You can tell like he wrote that album like within the last 2 months and shit. So many references about things that were actually taking place within the last couple of months. So it's definitely a dope EP. Go out there and support the shit. What you think? What you think, Seth? How you feel about that? Since you put me on.
Yo, I definitely feel it's what we need. It's more of what we need right now. More of what we need right now. Content, of course, it's what you need to hear. It's more the message that needs to be pushed. It's more of of course the delivery and on point. Everything else is on point.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Son is nice, you know what I'm saying, and he's making great music. And like I said, it's more than what we. It's so funny. It's so hard to find what will move the people. Also, yo, they got it. They got it good, yo. They really doing their thing. But eventually, the underground will rise again, yo. The underground will rise one day, yo.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. They're gonna they bubbling right now, man. I think last year, we all talked about it, previous episodes. 2017 was a pretty bad year. 2018 rebounded and lovely.
No doubt.
2018 came back harder than a Catholic priest at a Boy Scout convention.
Oh my god! I don't expect that kind of talk out of you, man. Come on, Prez. You gotta be better than that shit, man. You gotta be better than that. You gotta be better, yeah.
Yo, you got a part of me, man. That was a little lapse, right?
Yeah, a little recess in you and shit. Just now, yeah.
Oh, but yeah, 2018 was
hell of an analogy, though.
2018 was official.
Fucking
2019
never go with us.
Yeah, man. So there was also some music I came across. Not so much new, but some good music by a young cat named Montana of 300. Young cat out of Chicago, Chi-Town shit. Definitely put some it had me opening my eyes, man. Like, oh, okay, kids not too bad. He's definitely spitting over some trap beats. Actually spitting. He actually had bars. He does a little bit of that melody shit too, that whole wave as well. But I think for the most part, he needs a little bit better production. I wasn't too happy about the production. It sounded like a lot of I don't know. It was just really uninspiring beats. Uninspiring tracks. Nothing that makes me really like say, "Oh, that shit is fire." But you know, as far as the wordplay, the fucking punchlines, the double entendres, yo, he got that shit.
That's what's up.
He definitely got that shit.
Underground artist for real, Prez. Today, R.I.P. to Tech Nine, and it was confusion with the Tech Nine that we basically grew up on since the 90s. A founder of Strange Music. R.I.P. to that dude, but the underground will rise again. Had me, you know, I remember Terminology, Immortal Technique. You know, these guys laid the groundwork for independent artists. They're in, you know, out there. You gotta hustle. If you're not down with the conglomerate, you gotta hustle. Independent artists that set the groundwork for your Chance the Rappers and Nipsey Hustles and all that.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Agreed.
The fight goes on, brothers.
Fight goes on.
Yo.
Let the Civil War commence. But Big Lou Hall, man, you're gonna wrap it up for you soon, brother. You got any final things you want to chat about and shit real quick, man?
Man, just as I said in the top of the show, man, just show love to your loved ones, man. Just constantly reach out to your folk, man. Check on them. You know, make sure everything is good with them. You know what I'm saying? Just even if it's just a quick, hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it's so much stuff that goes on now that I mean, you just never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know whether somebody's in need. Somebody may need to talk to somebody, and reach out and just if you're going through, man, just talk to people, man. Don't keep your feelings bottled up inside. You know, a lot of times we want to be hidden. You know what I'm saying, with our issues, because we may want to keep our business to ourselves. But sometimes you don't have to necessarily talk about your business per se. You can just, you know, talk about anything just to keep from going off the deep end. You know what I'm saying? Just talking helps, man. Talking, laughing, chilling, relaxing, you know, to that one person. If you really want to talk about it, then find a confidant. You know what I'm saying? Somebody who's not going to put your business out there in the streets. Somebody who you could just reach out to, man, and just connect with and vibe. Because you never know. People may be going through the same thing you're going through, but you'll never know until you actually talk, man.
No doubt.
Yo, man, LJ. I just want to piggyback off that D. Yo, you see, when somebody takes their life, you know, or loses their life, you see the type of regret that they put on us. Not for nothing, man. Come on now. That's why you look at his point of view. Talk to somebody. Listen, yo, it's always worth it. It's never a good move to do that. It's always worth it. You're never gonna be judged by the worst day you ever had in your life.
Absolutely.
And remember, as long as it's bad, it could only go one way up. One way is up.
That's it.
And as bad as it gets, understand, you know, the good is gonna be just as good. The good is coming. You just got remember, man. God doesn't give us nothing that we can't handle, man.
Yeah, man.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Yo, yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. We got final word, Prez. Wrap this shit up.
Oh man, I think, you know, we can end it on that. The brothers definitely made a nice point of talking about getting help if you feel like you need it. You know, pretty much, you know, I would echo those same remarks.
Man, that's what's up.
Real quick too, man. I don't know the number, you know what I'm saying, but I mean, if you got issues, man, Google, you know what I'm saying, suicide prevention, suicide hotline, man, and just talk to somebody, man. Just anybody, man. Just
We're pleading with you. Yo, it's Googleable.
Yeah, man.
Like I
That
said,
shit's starting to
a
get me emotional,
hotline, a church, pastor, whatever it is, man, whoever.
Press said it at the top. There's nothing to be ashamed of, yo.
Yeah.
Yo, we all need psychiatrists coming where we from, yo. I know damn sure I need a psychiatrist.
You better believe it.
Feel
You definitely do.
I think you need 2.
Yeah, you might need 3 and shit, but need a drug counselor, need a psychiatrist. Anyway, that's a whole other situation. But we definitely appreciate y'all checking us out. We So Classic Podcast, that grown folk conversation, man. Y'all know where we at. Social media at We So Classic Crew, Instagram and Twitter. Hit us up by email, WeSoClassic@gmail.com. Hit me up personally at DJDDame. That's on Instagram and Twitter. And my email is djddame@gmail.com.
Yeah. It's your boy Prez. Just to reiterate what Lujo said, that suicide number, it's actually 1-800-273-8255. 1-800-273-8255. Shout out to Logic coming out with a song featuring what's her name, Lisa Cara. Actually, the name of the song, the Suicide Hotline, yo. But yeah, it's your boy Prez. You can definitely catch me at Rep 1804. That's REP 1804 on Instagram and Twitter. Boy.
Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Lou Hall, man. Once again, just reach out to somebody. Prez just gave the number. Reach out to somebody. I can't stress that enough. Reach out to somebody. And you can definitely check me out on the Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. That's gonna be Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. Lou Hall is IZ back BACK. Hit me by email. That's gonna be louhall803@yahoo.com. louhall803@yahoo.com. And you hear my social media. If you need to talk, I'm even available to talk, man. Just talk to somebody, please.
I echo those same sentiments. I did my contribution in 2010. I got a song called Bridge Over Water. Go to YouTube in the search bar, CESSBOW for Bridge Over Water. Get back at me. Holla at me. Twitter at Southside Recess. Snapchat at Resuscitation. And on your IG at GETDAFUCOUTAHERE. Get the fuck out of here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Getting the fuck out of here. Thanks for checking us out. We So Classic Podcast. We out. Peace.
Peace.